All right, John, let's get to the SoCon now. We went undefeated last week, 3-0. We get 4 games this week. We're going to start with the with the Losers Bowl up in Cullowhee. The Citadel.
This is the hardest one of them all.
Western Carolina. The Citadel's averaging 26 points per game on offense to their first 2 games. John, look at that bottom number right there of total defensive yards given up by Western Carolina.
Good Lord. I need to go and see if Furman's actually gained that many yards in 3 games.
That's in 3 games there, John.
What you're telling me with those numbers is they really haven't solved the defensive issues that plagued them the past 3 or 4
years. That is over 500 yards per game.
How much is that rushing yards? Because the Citadel's probably, they might just run some offensive linemen or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Citadel. I don't know what kind of game this will be. I mean, I kind of want to just tune in to see how many players the Citadel has on the sidelines.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. They may have people playing both ways on Saturday.
Mean, like Duger Balkan may be providing the supply lines on Saturday with Hayden Brown.
Some of the basketball players are suit up for them.
Platooning Hayden Brown and Caden Rice into the game.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
You're gonna go. You're gonna go Cullowhee.
I am picking Western Carolina.
But actually, I do want to pick that. Obviously, against the Citadel.
Yeah. You just don't think.
I just can't.
You just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it may be a bad decision on my part.
I tell you, they have better. The uniforms. Western will win that game.
Yeah, they do have
They got some sharp home uniforms.
Maybe they've spent too much time working on their uniforms and not enough time working on their defense. If Western Carolina is going to win a game this spring, it's got to be this.
The time is now.
Time is now. Western's going to pull off an upset. They are a 13.5-point dog at home to the Citadel.
Wow.
But they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. I believe
they're covering, huh? They're winning straight up.
Barely, maybe by a field goal, but I'm picking Western
Actually, do have a good field goal kicker.
There you go. It could come down to that, John. I'm taking the Cats. We'll see if that works out for me or not.
I feel like all the SoCon games, there's not one that's like, they're obviously going to win.
Yeah.
I feel like every week it's that way, though.
It's that week. All right, how about this one, John? Mercer heading up to Lexington, take on the undefeated Keydets. Did the Keydets
we talked about this one?
Did they keep it rolling
at lunch? I think Mercer plays well.
Yeah,
I think VMI wins by 7 to 10 points at home.
VMI is going to win this game. I'm going with the Keydets, but I think
I don't think it's a blowout.
I think guys like Wise on the defensive end for Mercer. Look, the guy's got 52 tackles.
He had like 20 tackles against. The dude's like, he's going to have like 200 tackles by the end of 8 games in the spring.
It's incredible. Guys like that, though, it's going to be what keeps Mercer in the game. But Mercer's offense is going to be the reason they don't win. I'm going with the Keydets edging out Mercer in a close one up in Lexington.
And I think the difference is Udinski in that matchup.
Udinski's going to make some big throws down the stretch in this one to pull VMI to victory. All right, John, the number 20 team in the country, they had a week off, but not because they wanted to, but because they had to. Wofford, after their loss to Chattanooga, will try to rebound with a team they've not beaten in 5 years, John.
It's like a nemesis.
It is.
Wofford's like it's like, when Furman plays Wofford in basketball. Sanford's sort of been that to them in football.
It really has. And look, Wofford not doing too well in the turnover margin. They're in -3 in turnovers this year.
Man, I tell you, I'm going Sanford here.
6 in a row, man. You're making it 6 in a row for the Bulldogs.
Something about the hash attack gives, be it Josh Conklin or Mike Ayers, nightmares.
Does it make you feel any better? Wofford is only a 1.5 favorite.
Here's the thing about it. That ought to tell you something a little bit about. It tells us a little bit of story about the secondary.
Yeah, there's some.
Not that Wofford's been horrible, but there's a reason that Sanford's had the success they've had.
There's a concern in that back end. I agree. However, Wofford's going to end the streak. I'm picking the Terriers to go into Birmingham and end the streak.
Oh, wow.
They're getting it done against Sanford. Sanford left too much out on the field against Furman. I don't think they'll be mentally there for Wofford this week.
They could very well not. But I think if you put athlete for athlete, I think Sanford's got better athletes.
Sanford matches up well with them. It's weird. They're that one team that does match up well against Wofford. I just worry because of the way they lost the game last week.
I was impressed by Sanford's defensive speed to the outside.
I just don't know if they're going to be. I just don't know what their mentality is going to be like. I'm going to take Wofford. They've had a week off to prepare for Sanford. Wofford will be locked in after getting their butts whipped against.
We're going to disagree. I'm going to take the Bulldogs at Siebert Stadium.
Man, we're disagreeing a lot this week. That's awesome. Let's see if we disagree.
This might be the most we've ever disagreed.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far out of 9. That
see, now I'll pay attention more this week because
there we go.
We're disagreeing so much.
That's right. Let's see if we disagree or pick the same team in this final one, John. Furman, the number 15 team, the Paladins, getting that incredible come from behind win last week. Head up to Johnson City to take on a team that's had 2 weeks off to prepare for them.
Yeah, I mean, Furman's like in mid-season. Furman's at the middle of their season while ETSU's playing their second game. Which the funny joke was that it's really like their second home opener.
Yeah.
That's going to weigh. I think there's a couple reasons that Furman wins. I think one is the fact that the quarterback, they're very young at ETSU. The other reason I think is just simply because this is Furman's 4th game, and by now, you know, they're even if you took 2 teams that might be, which they are, I mean, pretty equal on paper. If you have you can't duplicate that in practice, like what Furman's, had in 2 more games. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Furman in a low-scoring game, something like 17-14, 20-14.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a defensive battle. I don't think either team's going to have much success moving the ball. That being said, I think Furman's going to have a better chance at moving the ball because I do not think ETSU's offense, especially at quarterback, is going to be able to handle that Furman defense. Because, look, they're going to lock in. I feel like they're going to lock in on Quay Holmes. They're going to make the young quarterback try to beat them through the air.
They're going to do exactly what VMI did to Furman.
Exactly what VMI did to them. And this time, look, Ham Sissons had some ups and downs this year, but when his teams needed him the most, he's come through in a couple of moments for Furman. The success and the emotion and how they won that game last week is going to carry Furman on to a win. I actually think, John, this is probably going to be a 21-10 type game up in Johnson.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, that's